you think that you would respond if someone betrayed you or hurt you, whether a friend at school or a family member? Maybe, I don't want you guys to tell me, I just want you to think about it in your head. How would you respond if something like this happened to you, some sort of betrayal that was hurtful, even from a close friend? Maybe they share a secret that you told them that you really didn't want them to share with anybody else. Or maybe they say something mean behind your back. Maybe they tattle on you to a teacher or to a mom or dad. Would you confront them maybe? Maybe you would say something mean back. Maybe you would just pretend like it totally doesn't affect you and that was no big deal. My natural inclination, apart from knowing Jesus, but in my flesh, my natural inclination is to avoid people. I just pretend it didn't happen. I don't want to know it. I just avoid it. So I don't go near them and we'll just make peace and we won't talk about it. But Jesus' response was very different than any of those things. Jesus responded to his friends with grace, with love, and with forgiveness, just like he does for you and for me. The men who betrayed him, Judas and Peter, they had very different reactions. So Judas was overcome with guilt, was overcome with shame, was overcome with anxiety, so much so that he forgot who Jesus was and what he learned about him and what Jesus came to do. Peter was very receptive to the forgiveness that Jesus offered. Peter felt a lot of shame and he was very sad. You saw in the scripture that he broke down and he cried, but he was receptive to the forgiveness that Jesus had. And guys, you have the ability to respond to Jesus in those two ways as well. So you can just be overcome with guilt and shame and just say, no, I don't know what Jesus is. I don't want to know that. I'm too guilty. I've done too many things. I don't want to be part of this Jesus group anymore. Or you could be receptive to the forgiveness that Jesus has to offer you. Because maybe you did not betray Jesus like Peter or like Judas, right? You didn't sell him out. You weren't even living when he was around. But the things that you guys do, the sin habits that you have, the things that you think, the things that you say, the things that you do that are not pleasing to God, those are all betrayals of Jesus. Those are all betrayals of God. Those are all ways that you and I, just like Peter and Judas, have stabbed Jesus in the back, have betrayed him. But you have the ability to respond and receive the forgiveness that Jesus offers. Because, like we said before, we celebrate Easter for a reason, right? We celebrate Easter because Jesus came to earth as a baby. That's why we celebrate Christmas. He came to earth as a baby. He grew up. He lived a life that was free of sin. He lived a perfect life. Never once did he say, do, or think anything that was not pleasing to the Father. And then he died for it. He went to the cross and he died, and he did that so you and I could have a restored relationship with God. So that no longer did we have to, just like the Israelites had to in the Old Testament, offer sacrifices and do all these things to earn the attention of God and to see if they could talk to him. We just get to talk to God whenever we want to, and that's because Jesus made it possible through his death and resurrection.